I always wanted to see what the intervals would do when you're actually done with the countdown. It comes right to your screen. Hello, I am DJ Strick, and this is the Streamers Hub. And I got to shout out some people that are already inside of our YouTube uh, chat. So definitely big shouts out to Erica and Virtual Talk. Thank you so very much for hanging out with me. And there's some other people that have said hello. That I'm having a problem from here to there seeing the names, but definitely thank you guys for hanging out with us right now. This may be, as we're talking about tutorials, may be one of the shows where you have a lot of questions. Please put them in the comments. All you have to do is put a Q up front. Just put a Q up front, and then I'll know that's a question, and I'll lean over and throw my glasses on and figure out what's being said over there. Okay. At any time, Erica, if I miss something, if you don't mind just kind of just messaging me, I do have my phone sitting right here, and that'll help me out as well. It's nothing like having friends on with you while you're live streaming because so much could be going on. And this show, guys, is for you. Like, strictly, this is for you. The One Stream team wanted to talk about how to build tutorials and why not do that. I've been doing it for a while for One Stream now, and why not show the techniques and some of the tools that I'm using to do this? So it's going to be a tutorial about how to do tutorials. Isn't that I didn't even say that right. Tutorials on how to do tutorials. That's what it's going to be. So you guys get ready for that tonight. I am excited about doing this. I really like being stretched a little bit, and doing a tutorial is cool. But when you have to do a tutorial on how to do tutorials, that's something completely different, but we have a great show coming up. So if you're coming in to the show, I need you to hit the like button. That's number one. Go ahead and hit the like button. Let OneStream know that you really do appreciate this. And if you're coming in from the replay, lock in with me. This may not be an hour show. I want to go through all the details. I'm ready to give this information. I hope you're ready for it. This is going to be filled with information for you. So the first thing I want to do, because I want to go ahead and get this out of the way. And if you have a tutorial video with OneStream Studio, okay? So if you're building it, like recording it, not live streaming, you can live stream it like I'm doing, which is like this is like the advanced level thing, but if you just want to record inside a studio, you can completely do that using your tutorial, your presentation, and there's slides and everything, templates in here that help you do it. So your presentation can be on one side and you can be on one side, or you can be small to the bottom or to the left. All of that. I'm going to show you this right now just by sharing my screen here. So let me do this. I had the presentation set up. So I actually want to stop that and then go to where you can actually see my complete screen. So don't worry about the infinity screen. We're looking on the side here. So you see my camera, of course, and then you also see, be sure I have this going the right way. Yes, you want to be sure the audio is there, and the audio is. And you also see where I'm sharing my screen here, right? So if I had my presentation up, you will be able to see the presentation here. And I'll show you, which is over to the side. But I'll show you that in a minute. Once you have your presentation, you can actually tell I'm sharing my screen and this is what is being seen, and I'm on the bottom. I could change it, this template here, okay, where I'm down. Now I'm down to the right side, and then I want to be on the right side in the middle. Or these are the ones that I kind of like best for the templates that we have inside of the studio. And it's this, where it's kind of side by side. Okay. And even this one just makes it a little bit smaller. So I like to be on screen, but I like to be visible because guess what? I talk with my hands. Who else does that? Like, who else is always talking with their hands? I'm sorry. I do it all the time. And I'm going to try not to do it as much today. But there you go. So if you have a presentation, basically it could be just like here. You're doing your presentation, it's up here, and you're at the bottom. Okay, so let me show you what that looks like. I wanted to do so on the how to. This is the step of the ending step, but I want to show the ending first. So as we build this, as I talk about tutorials, you know that if you share your screen inside of the studio, you can actually have it look like this to where your tutorial could be big and you can be down on the bottom. I'm on the right hand corner. I can be in the middle. I can be on the side, or I can actually use this presentation. All right, and then go through my slides. So what you're going to see next is me actually do that, but you won't see the behind the scenes of it. Okay, so you won't see me switching or any of that here. You will just you'll just see it on the screen. All right, so this is what I want to do now. So now I'll get back to my tutorial so you can actually see it from my point of view. There you go. All right, so this is what the tutorial looks like. And now as I go through it, you're able to see it. It's really cool, huh? I think that is. Guys, I want y'all to hear that. This is all inside of one stream live. So anybody could do this. There's no additional equipment being used. I'm coming in with my camera here and I am sharing my screen. So I actually have two windows, no, two Chromes going at one time. So one Chrome is actually the One Stream Live Studio, and the other one is my Canva presentation. So of course, you guys know I love Canva, right? So basically, the way I have this, even if so say you're doing a tutorial, you're using Canva, I'm using the presentation, and I actually see a slide. Now, so okay, this is one caveat. Let me tell you this. I do have my iPad over here. There's a slide ahead of me, so I know where I'm going. But if I look at the iPad that's beside me and I see something that's misspelled or that's not right, I can actually go back full screen. All right. Correct whatever the issue is. You wouldn't see it because I haven't got to that slide yet. And then I can go right back to my tutorial and you wouldn't know the difference. I think that is way cool. I think that is way cool. That's just me, doing some things. So this is not NDI at all. All right. So you guys know that. And then so when I go full screen here, I am losing. I forget. I can't go off the screen. I'm actually looking at these notes, and I wanted to be sure I get them all right. So you have to be on screen to be heard, and you also. I am using just one stream live here, and this is the studio. Okay, so inside of the studio, I'm actually sharing my screen. Now, this is some things that you can record inside of one stream live, but this is the new beta. This is the new beta for OneStream, okay? The studio. All right, this is the studio beta. So this is what I'm showing you. And we're getting it ready to be the display for everybody. So if you're not a beta user, hold on. There's about 5,000 beta users or more right now that's using it. And in just a little while, all right, the next phase is will be released to everyone. So if you have a subscription with OneStream, you'll be able to get the studio and play around with it and use it just the way I am. So, what is the studio? The studio makes OneStream Live all in one. So, you have your own studio. Like, all you need is a camera to be seen through OneStream Live, and you're able to use. I want to go full screen here so you can see me now. All you need is a camera, just like I have here, and you're able to use just one stream to then multicast to wherever you want to go. Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, LinkedIn, all of those places where you want to go, you can just use this system to go there. Like, it is really cool. You don't have to worry about any other system, and you're able to share your screen. You're able to do banners, lower thirds, to put up overlays, and I get going so fast. I always forget to put up the Streamers Hub overlay over there. I think that's really cool that I have it. There's banners, there's tickers, and I do have a ticker here for the Streamers Hub. And let me see if I can put it up there. All right, the Streamers Hub tonight. So these are all things that I am doing inside of the studio. I think that's way cool. I really do. I really do. So if you're watching this, again, just put a Q in, Mr. Peterson. Thank you for that question. And everybody was saying they couldn't hear me. I went off the screen. You can't go off the screen and be heard. That's just the way it works. Like you have to be on the screen, and then your audio comes through. And I was trying to bend over and see these comments, and I didn't want to like be out of the shot. But we got it now. All right. That being said, I'm sure you can hear me now. So let's get going here with what we have for tonight's tutorial. So how to do tutorials. What I'm going to do is talk about the mindset of tutorials first, guys. Okay. I'm going to just, so bear with me. So this is going to be something to where let's talk about what it is to have a tutorial first, and then we'll go back to the operations of how you do it with OneStream Studio. That being said, first thing you want to do is be aware of your audience. Okay, like your audience needs to know, you need to know who your audience is. A tutorial video is a product. Okay, it is a real life product. So if you're having a product with no audience, no consumers, you're wasting your time. If you have a product that does not have a consumer, you're wasting your time. So know who your audience is. What are they doing? All right. How are you getting to them? How are you talking to them now? Okay. How are you communicating with them now? So if you know your audience, the demographics of your audience, or where they may reside online or physically, like you want to know. I mean, just think about it. If you were this is a real company, your agency, and you're trying to get to someone with information, who is your audience? And then you have to think about, with that audience, what problem are you solving? Why are they buying your widget? Okay, why are they spending their time on your tutorial? What problem are you solving? And this is the same thing that we do with when it gets down to making content. Like you have to make content based around solving a problem. A tutorial is the same thing, but in most cases, it is a deepening discussion on a particular problem at a time. You need to know that it is a particular problem that you're dealing with at a time. Once you identified your audience, okay, you are solving a problem. Let's now write it out. Let's write it out. Let's write it out. Let's see if we know all of it. Okay. Let's write it out so you can have a script. Okay. Now, I say write it out, or, everybody is different, right? Everybody is completely different. I'm a different kind of guy, right? I don't like writing things out. I have a problem with it. I've been in the radio business online. Talking like real deal on air, talking for more than 15 years. There is a certain level of skill and gifts that I have to presenting material because of that experience. A lot of people don't have that type of media experience, nor can they talk from memorizing information. Like that's hard for a lot of people to just be able to memorize something and then explain it. So the best thing is to write it out. That's the best thing I can tell anybody. Now I did write this out. Okay. I wrote it out in notes. Like I wanted to go from point to point to point. Okay. So once I realized that's what I wanted to do, I actually then storyboarded it, but I did that inside of Canva. And then I went to making sure that the presentation aesthetically, the graphics, that they look good. Right. So I have a tutorial talking about how to build tutorials. I have a slide that says write it out, and then I have someone in the picture here writing it out. Okay, they're writing something down at the computer. That's how you build the slides. That's how you do tutorial videos. Okay, you're writing it out, and then you want to be sure in everything that you do. I just want to help everybody. Please, please, please let me help you help you. Make it simple. Let me help you help you. Make it simple. A lot of times people get this one twisted, like this hurts. This one gets people the most. Not understanding, not having clarity. I have several people watching and only 3 likes. Can y'all help me out really quick? I'm actually stopping to say, please, if this makes sense, that if you're getting this, just hit the like button while you're in there. I would appreciate it. Okay. Erica can only hit the like button once, right? So everybody else has got to chime in and let me know that you're in here with me today, that you understand what I'm talking about, and that is cool. You're getting, just hit the like button. All right. So I appreciate you doing that. Make it simple. You like in most cases, people that are going through your tutorial video, however style that you have it, they are really trying to get to their answer, and their answer may be just one thing that's a part of what you're talking about. So if you make it too complex, guess what? I'm sure there's already somebody else out there that has a tutorial video. It's getting to the point. Like, how often do you go to videos and you type in what you're searching for, how to do this? And yes, you look at the thumbnails, but you also look at the time. Like, somebody can explain this to me in 30 minutes, 17 minutes, 5 minutes. Guess what? The 2 minute guy is on the top of my list because maybe he can explain it faster. I'm definitely, unless it's a really, really hard concept or a creator that I know, I'm not giving that creator 30 minutes of my time. Okay, on some simple how to. All right, so you got to think about that. Making it simple sometimes is cutting it down in time. All right. The next thing I want you to do is I want you to be focused on how to do this, making it simple, and then show and tell. All right. Show and tell. And of course, I've been doing the show and tell while I'm here the whole time. So now I'm in the presentation. I'm actually showing you. I started with the show and tell as well. And while I do that, I'm going to check out these comments real quick. Okay. Erica's helping me out, telling people to hit the like button. So I appreciate you, Erica. Thank you for doing that. All right. I got you. So show and tell. It's really simple when I'm telling you show and tell because I'm showing you what I'm talking about with show and tell. I've started the whole video out today showing you how to do tutorial videos through the studio. All right. So not just One Stream Live, but One Stream Studio. You're actually able to share your screen. I'm in a window inside of Google Chrome, and I am using Canva presentation display, bringing that over as my screen share. And this is what you're seeing. Okay. And you're seeing my camera on screen and you're hearing me. So for everybody that may forget, like I forgot, you want to be sure if you want to be heard, you have to be on screen. If you come off screen, your audio follows the video. Okay. Audio follows the video, just so you know. All right, show and tell. Just like anything else, when you're in school, show and tells are always the biggest day. Like that's where you were excited. You learned a lot from people showing and telling you what it was, right? That's just how it works. So if you're actually building a show, okay, you're showing and telling, you're doing the presentation, you got everything ready to go. This is the next thing that I want to be sure that you know to do. Yeah, man. Practice, practice, practice. Do I have to say that again? Practice makes perfect. And somebody said, I added that, but somebody said, that's not automatically true. I've heard that practice doesn't make perfect. That's not automatically true if you are practicing your mistakes. I need you to practice it the right way. Now, practicing, you will make mistakes, but if you practice the right way, you can be excellent at what you do. Do I need to say that again? If you practice the right way, you could be excellent at what you do. And I just had a camera go out, so let's figure out what that is. Should be fairly simple to fix here. So as my camera is coming back on, once you practice, 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 let's be sure we're practicing what is best for us. Okay. Let's be sure that we're practicing the style that fits what we want to do. So we want to know what those styles are. So you have options when it comes to style. You can do the narration type. Okay. So basically, with narration, you're recording something which you can hear the audio, but you're not on the screen. Okay. That's a recording. All right, you can do talking head where it's just you on the screen doing the talking, or you can do presentation style, which is what I'm doing now. Okay. These are all options that you have with this type of tutorial. Okay. Does that make sense to everybody? Yeah, I'm back. I was out for a little bit, but I'm back now. My video camera, I don't know which camera just went out, but hey, with way the studio works now, you're actually able to see what camera is supposed to be where, and I knew which camera was off. Clicked the button, turned it back on, and we're in there. And this is what happens live, guys. Like this is a live tutorial show. Sometimes that happens. The best way to handle it is just keep calm, figure out where the issue is, try to troubleshoot as best you can, and then keep going. Guess what? I've been using the studio for a while now. And let me get larger so I can say this right. I've been using the studio for a while. And yeah, I want to act up with that. Let me get back on here so I can make myself look pretty again. There we go. So I've been using the studio for a while, and I absolutely know that um, I made all the mistakes for you. I'm stopping inside of this presentation about the tutorials to let people know sometimes you do make mistakes, especially if you decide to do what I'm doing, the hard part, which is doing it live. It's okay. Calm down, figure out, troubleshoot, and then go to the next thing. Okay. I guess I should have that in my notes of where I didn't have it in my notes, but it's altogether true. Anytime you are doing any type of live presentation online, there is no 100% um, mistake free stream. All right. Whether the presenter may make mistakes, whether sometimes the equipment can make mistakes. Again, your microphone can go out, your camera can go out, your internet could go out. All those things are possible. How do you handle it? Especially if people are waiting on you, like you guys are inside of the comments over here on YouTube. Guess what? I'm here for you. Okay. It is okay. And I'm back. All right. That being said, the next thing that I want to be sure that we look at is the part that is important if you think about it ahead of time. Like just thinking about your equipment ahead of time makes sense. You want to be sure that you have great audio. And I have done something I probably should not have done. I can't say I shouldn't have done it. I stepped up and got like I spent a lot of money on a microphone, like a lot of money on a microphone. And I'm hoping that I can treat my room a little better so that mic can sound crisp and clean. Like I wanted that this particular mic that I'm using now, I really wanted it. I have it and I'm so excited about it. But I know I have to do more things inside of my room here to make it even better. But as a presenter, as someone that's a content creator, if you're online, you really have to think about, if I am a business owner, I want to have the very best. All right. So that if something happens, I know that I have invested the best way I could on my equipment, on my camera, on my lens, and on the lights that I have in here in the studio. Like, you want to be proficient in those areas, understanding what you are doing. So you can't just know the material. You have to be a graphic artist. Um, and I want to throw this back up here because I was not showing that, but you want to be a graphic artist, being able to put the slides together. You have to be a producer, of all this equipment, everything that's going on here. Um, Director, writer, graphic artist, and on-air talent. You got to be able to do all of that. Okay, you got to be able to do all of that and do it well. So I want to say this: when it comes to um, your content creations and tutorial, I want you to do the very best that you know you could do at that time. The very best. So if you know that you need a better camera, do all you can to get the better camera. Okay? Let me say it the right way. Let me come back on screen so you can hear me. Before you get to the next camera, I want to say this: before you get to the next camera, invest in the next lens. Start with get a better lens for the camera you have. If you don't have a camera with a lens, get your camera that has exchangeable lenses. Start there. Okay. Start there. All right. And then keep going from there. I'm just trying to help you out. If you don't have the best microphone, try to get the next best microphone. Okay. You're using a cell phone, guess what? They have great. If you're using a cell phone before you get a camera, invest in your lights. Okay. So if you're getting a great picture and you want a better quality picture, focus on setting up your lights and setting them up the right way. I guarantee you it'll make your content better because you'll look better. All right. Practical lighting that I have in the back, or even like the television I have here for the display, those are just extra, guys. You don't need that. You don't need that. You can be smarter than me and actually get you a green screen, cover it up, make it look like a television. And in certain applications, that green screen would show up like a background, and you can put anything you want to there. You have to be smart about what you're doing. Be creative. Think outside the box. I'm not saying go in debt for any of this equipment. Find ways to do things for friends and family. If you're a graphic artist, find ways to, get you a little client that do some work for them, that you can use that money to invest into your content creation, into your business. All right. What we're talking about today, I'm not, like, I didn't write inside of my notes anything about your being monetized, but when you do tutorials, 47 95, 97.95, $1,500, $2,000, 5,000. People are making tons of money doing tutorial videos and actually hosting them on all of the tutorial sites that are out there. They're making a lot of money doing that. So if you have a gift, you have a skill, you know something that people don't know, or if you know something that a lot of people know, most people don't know how to teach. Most people don't know how to teach. So take the time to figure all of that out, okay? And be a great teacher. As I get ready to go to this next slide here, let me look. All right, jack of all trades. It is right in the comments there. You are so right about that. You have to be able to do it all. Have to be able to do it all. And when we're talking about doing it all for tutorial videos, people may ask, how long should they be? That is a good question. Even when we talk about content creation, you want to take all the time that you need, but no more. Think about people's attention span when they go to school. And now you have a video that's online that people are having to watch. I'm in favor of, if there is, say, altogether, you're building a tutorial and with all of the steps, It is 60 minutes worth of time. Let me break it down to 30 minutes. I think that's better for me. 30 minutes worth of time. 30, but you're really going through the information and you're being very straight with not giving any fluff. You're making sure that if people watching this tutorial, they will learn something. Like you're not talking about anything other than the material. You're not getting distracted. Any of that. This is point one, two, three, four, five. Let me explain this. Let me show this. On to the next point. And the reason why I say that is because I had talked about this before, that you're able to go to the YouTube channels, or in most playback systems, there's a way to speed it up. So, people can actually do speed up your playback and get through it a little faster. But when you do it in a right rhythm, one of the things I said, hey, if you're trying to do tutorial videos and you can't sing the right rhythm, can't seem to find the right rhythm, and you're trying and you just can't make it through, like these steps will actually help you be better at it. And I would say that anywhere between 5 to 10 minutes per thought for your video. And each video should only have one thought. I want to be sure you hear me when I say that. Each video should only have one thought. Why? Because somebody may come to you based off that video's title about that one thing, and they want that one answer to the question, and you're able to give it to them. The best way that you could give it to them is quick to give it to them as quickly as possible. Take all the time you need to explain it, but then no more. And I cannot take credit for that. I think that's a Sean Cannell line. Said I can't take credit for that, but I think it's so cool to explain it that way. And I would tell you, as short as you can make it, the better. I would make, if I got to do 30 minutes, I'm talking 5 videos, 6 5-minute videos. 6 5-minute videos is how I'm breaking up 30 minutes. Okay. And if it's an hour, 12 videos, 5 minutes. Now, of course, you could change. It could be 5 6 7 8. I'm not going over 10 minutes of video. Because remember, we're only doing one thought. Like, how long of an explanation could you have over one thought? That is what I would do. I'm telling you, take all the time you need, but no more. So you could actually go into it and say, we're going to talk about this and we're going to break down this into 5 segments. And that may be a little longer video when you're talking 5 segments of one thought. But I want you to be thinking about the end user. I don't want to bore them. I don't want to add something that they're not looking for in this video. It needs to be what exactly. So if I'm talking about how to do tutorial videos, I need to be talking about how to do tutorial videos. The only thing that I added to the message today is I started with how to use OneStream Studio to display that tutorial video, and then we got into it. And of course, I'm looking at the comments over on YouTube, and I'm still asking people to click the like button if you're here with me. And if this is making sense, let me know by clicking the like button. Okay. That being said, thank you guys for the encouragement in the comments as well. I appreciate that. We're trying to keep this thing in line so that everybody knows that you want to, take all the time you need, but no more. Take out the fluff. There's some times that we do live streams. There are community building live streams. All right. There's some times that we do community building live streams. Guess what? Those live streams are a little longer. We're taking the time to talk to people. We are doing things that are really to the point with people. All right. But when you're doing tutorial, of course, it's not community building, it's thought building. All right. It's just a thought that you're trying to get out there. Okay. Q&A. Look at me with my curly hair. There we go. Make it big. So let me see what you have over here in Q&A, just in case I may be missing something. I'm going to bend over so I can see these comments. So give me just 1 second here. Okay. So what I have here, I think someone was asking if this was a PDF, and this is actually a presentation. Oh, am I off the screen again? Oh, my camera went out. What is the deal with the camera? I know you guys can hear me, but apparently you're not going to be able to see me if the camera is not on. And we have to be sure that the camera is on. Like, what is the deal? There we go. So, um, the way I have this built inside of Canva, let me get up here. So I'm actually, I can share my screen. Just in case anybody wants to know how I am doing this, the joy of live streaming. I'm not sure why this camera is going in and out, but we're going to figure that out and be sure that it's done the right way. So now I'm all in focus and looking good again. Okay, so let me share the screen here. Yes, this is perfect. So this is just a presentation that I built inside of Canva. As you can see all the slides here at the bottom, right? All the slides here at the bottom. And in this presentation, all I have to do now is the top corner here where it says presentation. Click that button and present. I like just using it this way. Down at the bottom, there's an expanded full version. And there we go. It's really that simple. For anybody that wants to know, okay, how are you doing this? I'm sharing the screen. I'm still on screen. You can hear me, you can see me, but that's the presentation. All right. So it's not a format no more than it's a screen share from Canva into OneStream Studio. Okay. And I meant to display the last one because we're actually doing it since that question was there. So now let's display your tutorial video. But we're doing that. Okay. Any questions? If you just put a Q in front of it, I'll be sure to answer your question. We've been rocking right along with this so far, and I've been having a ball with this. I actually have found it to be something that I like to do. I really like doing tutorial videos. I didn't know that I would like to do them, but it is great for me. I could get better. I'm working on getting better, but hey, we figured this thing out today. I'm hoping that as we've gone step by step, this is not an exhausted how to video. This is to get you started. If I can do it, guys, you can do it. All right. If I could do it, you could do it. I'm hoping that I am inspiring you here tonight with this. I hope that I am. Like, are you inspired? Like to say, hey, I'm going to put me a video together. I did this presentation right now is a little bit over 42 minutes. And on a how to do tutorials is learning how to do tutorials, but also inside of OneStream Live Studio. So there are some different facets that you needed to understand. And of course, me showing you how to use the studio. I want to, as it, just in case to give more time if someone had a question, this is what I want to do. I want to share my screen one more time so I could show you on the back end what it looks like here. All right. So don't worry about the infinity screen in the middle. In the front here, there is my camera is not connected as well as it should be. And we're going to work on that as soon as we are done. But if you look to the left of the screen here, these are the tools. Okay. These are the tools. So that's my camera, and it's going to come back in a second. This is where I'm sharing my screen. And these are the slides that I have that I can pick at any moment. There you go down here. I can pick these slides and go through the slides. So I'm just doing that in some type of rhythm for me as I think about how I'm there. It's just my own particular internal rhythm that I'm moving these slides to kind of let you see where we are. Sometimes I want to talk more. Of course, I'm there. Okay. If I wanted to talk more, I'm there. If I wanted to show more of the presentation, I'm down to the bottom. Right. No big deal. And that's really the way I'm doing it. And you could do it at any time. I have the ticker going down here at the bottom. Streamers Hub logo here, powered by One Stream Live here. I mean, there's it's really cool. There's tons of things that you could do with this. Tons that you could do with this. And if there's any questions, I'm going to look over one more time. I'm going to look over one more time and see, just in case you guys are asking me some questions, because I want to be as much of a help while I am here. But this is that time in what we're doing here to kind of help you guys out. So if you need something, please take the time to ask me. Um, So the question is, Mr. Peterson said, how can I get in contact with you directly? It is really simple, guys. So DJ Strick on Facebook, you'll see me and you can just inbox me and I'm there. Like as I am in the community at OneStream Live, sometimes you'll see me posting there inside of the community. So please join that community because I am there. But on Facebook, it's DJ Strick, Strick. And then on Instagram, it's Strick City. So City, Strick City. That was a company that I have. So you can reach me there on Twitter at Strick City and LinkedIn at Strick City. So I'm all around. Just inbox me. Really, what I like to do is help. So contact me and I'm completely open to having conversations and helping you along your journey for whatever that may be. So thank you for asking that question. All right. What else do we have? I do hope. So it is one thing for people to say that you're inspiring and put it in the chats here, guys. That's why I'm here. I'm hoping that this is inspiring you in some kind of way. All right. I am not the best at all of this at all. I think I started this journey with OneStream saying that we're going to learn this together. And when Studio hit, guess what? We literally were learning Studio. We were learning Studio together. Like literally, I made so many mistakes with Studio live on air. Like I made all the mistakes. I've said this before. So you wouldn't have to. Like the time I just went off air, I still did it, forgot today, and went off the screen and I was talking and you couldn't hear me at all. Okay. So it is my job to continue to do this so that everybody gets it. And I want to check and see is Erica shouting at me, and she's not. So I do want to say this. Erica comes on tomorrow. I think she'll be in the community. I think it is 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Erica Bates. So please check out what she's doing. She has a show. It's extremely informative, and she's way smarter than me, guys. She's way smarter than me, so I want to be sure that you see her as well. Every Monday night, the Streamers Hub is here, and again, my job is just to help you guys through. Like, I want you to be able to use OneStream Live and now OneStream Live Studio because it is the future for this particular platform. Like, OneStream has decided that they're having a studio, so now it could be all in one. So Erica's correcting me. It's 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time tomorrow, 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. So as it is all in one, you used to have to use this tool or that tool, and then you needed this and you needed that. And we started with pre-recorded video, uploading pre-recorded video. Then we went to you could do live video, but you needed other ways to do the live video, like Ecamm and all this other kind of stuff. And now you can go to LinkedIn, Twitter, Facebook, YouTube, and up to 40 other social media destinations or custom destinations. It can all be done. You can actually just go to your website. So, say you're doing this tutorial, you have it on your website, but it's behind a paywall. Ah. It can all happen with OneStream Live. Okay, so this is where you can actually monetize. So if you wanted to just record it to put it on some other platforms and use other platforms to actually monetize the content, you can do that as well. But OneStream Live has now positioned itself as a one-stop shop to where you can do it all. And in just a little while, all right, in just a little while, you will have access. If you're not in the beta group, you'll have access to the studio so you can do cool things like this inside of the studio, just like I am. All right. Let me go a little further because I am so plain Jane sometimes I forget to throw up my best background slide, which is this one. Ooh, I'm showing off now. Like this is stuff that I'm doing in the studio. It is really cool. All right. It is really cool. All right. So now I hope that I am inspiring you guys. And if I am, please let me know. Inbox me. Since you guys asked about how to get to me, just go ahead and inbox DJ Strick. I don't mind talking to you. I'll do my very best in time to get back if it takes a while or if after hours, because I know this is an inter group. You guys may be watching in a replay. I am here as a helper with OneStream for you. Okay. So that being said, let me wrap it up today. I don't see any other questions. I don't see, or is there a queue above? Let me see if I missed something here. Good question. I think he was asking, if I'm reading this right, are you able to record while you're live streaming? So yes, I'm actually recording right now inside of the video. So let me show you where that is really quick and we'll end from there. Let me show you where that is. So I want to stop here and share my screen again. And so if you, I didn't miss it. I saw where you asked the question. And now here at the bottom, it says record. Okay, I need to move. This is why I get confused sometimes because I want to move out of the way so you can see the full screen. But here we go. Right here it says record. So I press record. You can actually see that it's turning red. So I know it is recorded. Hit this button, it actually goes to where you can add a title in and it starts recording. I started recording first and then I went to my stream, the next button to the right, and started the stream that was already an event that I had planned inside of OneStream Live. This, Mr. Peterson, is so cool. Okay, they thought of it all. It is working like extremely well. The only problem with using stuff like this is the operator. Me being the operator, sometimes I mess up, but the system is working really well. Okay, guys, I'm really excited about the studio. I'm excited about how the studio is being built. I have seen it over several weeks get better. They've changed buttons because of the how people are using it, including me not seeing some particular things. They changed the way it looks to make it easier and more intuitive for people. And now, as I've done a tutorial video, my camera system has worked extremely well. So I'm proud of you guys and the developers and what you're doing at OneStream. You guys keep up the good work. And I'm so excited about what's going to happen when we actually do the release for everyone at OneStream can have it on whatever subscription level they are on. So I don't have the details on that yet. But when we do, guess what? You'll be in the know. Hey, this has been the Streamers Hub, and I am DJ Strick. Every Monday night, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, you have me right here for you. And again, if you need to contact me, inbox me. DJ Strick on Facebook and at Strick City on all other platforms. Okay, so let me be really, really cool and see if I can find you right back or see you tomorrow interval. Let's see. Let's stay tuned. Thank you for watching. I'm going to